Hey basketball fans, today we're diving deep into one of the greatest seasons in NBA history, the 2015-16 Golden State Warriors and their incredible 73-9 record. But here's the twist, we're not just talking about their wins and everything they accomplished and even didn't accomplish. We're going to break down each of their 9 losses and see how these seemingly invincible Warriors were actually defeated. Before we jump into the losses, let's set the stage. The 2015-2016 Warriors were coming off of their first championship in 40 years. They had the reigning superstar MVP in Stephen Curry, a deadly shooter in Klay Thompson, and a Swiss Army knife locked down in Draymond Green. A deep bench led by Sean Never-Miss-a-Midi Livingston and the coaching genius of Steve Kerr, and you had a recipe for greatness. The Warriors' first loss came in game 25 of the season. The Bucks snapped Golden State's 24-winning streak.
Set it up. How difficult is it for the Bucks in this game? The Bucks have to be very good. They have to be very good at both ends. They have to make their...
This was the last game of a 7-game road trip for the Warriors. They had played overtime games in Boston and Indiana earlier in the trip, and Steph Curry played 36 minutes but looked visibly tired heading into the fourth quarter. And when you're tired, you're just not going to shoot very well. The Warriors shot 41% from the field, well below their season average of 48.7. Klay Thompson had a particularly rough night, going 4 of 14 from the field. They only made 6 of their 26 three-point attempts when this is a team that wins and dies by the three-point shot. If there was ever a night to turn the rock over, it was tonight. They had committed 16 turnovers, leading to easy buckets from Milwaukee. Draymond Green had 5 of the 16, struggling against the Bucks' length, aka the Greek Freak. Milwaukee's length and athleticism disrupted the Warriors' offense. They effectively used a switching defense to contain the Warriors' shooters. And like that, their defense wasn't enough. Greg Monroe dominated. He scored 28 on 11 of 16 and grabbed 11 rebounds, giving the Bucks crucial second chance opportunities. This was just one of many. Heading on to the Dallas Mavericks, December 30th, 2015. In this game, things were just a little bit different from the last. Instead of Klay having a bad night, it was Curry. Steph only scored 14 points on shooting 4 of 15, including an abysmal 2 of 19 from the three-point range. It wasn't just an off night, it was a terrible night. And you can thank Wes Matthews, who chased him off the three-point line all game long. AJ Barrera had a career night, shooting 23 points on 8 of 16 shooting, but also dished out 6 assists, consistently breaking down the Warriors' defense. Mavericks' 6 players scored in double figures this night, making it extremely difficult for the Warriors to lean on any player, and the Mavericks shot 51.2% from the field as a team, letting it fly and letting it hit every time. Not only did the Warriors' starters not play well, their bench didn't play well. Andre Iguodala spent 24 minutes of straight cardio, scoring 0 points this game. But heading on to loss number 3, and perhaps the most entertaining loss. The Denver Nuggets 112-110, January 13th, 2016. Some would say this is a hood classic. Past star Daniel Gallinari had one of the best nights of the season, putting on a shooting clinic, going 7 of 12 from the field and 5 from 8 from the 3, looking like Stephen Curry. He also hit 9 of the 11 free throw attempts. Gallinari had 28 points on the night and played game-clutching defense against
Gallinari's on Curry. Curry's gonna let it.
Stephen Curry in the final 30 seconds to not only bring his team up, but to win the game. But thanks to a last-second miss, Klay Thompson missed a potential game-winning three-point at the buzzer. The shot was well contested by Gary Harris, forcing, yes, a difficult attempt. But this game didn't rely on one shot. It was the bench scoring from Denver that outscored Golden State by almost 30 points. And most of that was thanks to Will Barton's 6-man 21 points. The thin air in Denver seemed to not only affect the Warriors' bench scoring, but their overall play, especially late in the game. This game, there was no Curry, so we don't need to talk about it, and it's the Pistons. Yeah. Moving on to loss number 4, Portland Trailblazers, 137-105, February 19th, 2016. Damian Lillard's career night. He dropped 51 points points in an instant hood classic for Dame Lillard, including 9 3-pointers. This was when Damian Lillard was trying to make a name for himself as a guy on Curry's level, and well, he proved it in this game tonight. He shot a very efficient 18 of 28 from the field and added 7 assists to go along. And Golden State did themselves on this one tonight. The Warriors had 20 turnovers, leading to 35 points off of turnovers. Curry alone had 9 turnovers, struggling against the Blazers' aggressive defense, and they struggled hard. Fast break points off those turnovers. Portland outscored 25-5 in transition. When you have 20 turnovers, I hope to God you don't win a basketball game. One of the biggest upsets of the season, the 12-51 Lakers shocked the 55 In one of the biggest upsets of the season, the 12-51 Lakers shocked the 55-5 Warriors. But let's take a deeper look into this game. The young Laker duo stepped up for 46 points tonight, and this was Jordan Clarkson and D'Angelo Russell, a familiar foe of the Lakers, but not a familiar man for scoring points. Clarkson shot 10 of 21 from the field. By no means was it fantastic, but Russell hit 6 of 14 3-pointers. And well, to go along with D'Angelo Russell being hot, the ice-cold Warriors were just that. They shot a season-low 13% from the 3-point range, 4 of 30. Curry and Thompson combined to go for 1 for 18 from beyond the arc. Perhaps the worst shooting performance from these two players of their entire careers. And this is the final season of Kobe Bryant, where he contributed 12 points in the upset. Thanks, Kobe. His presence seemed to energize both his teammates and the Staples Center crowd. But the reality of it was just the Warriors' fatigue. This was Golden State's 6th game in 9 nights, and the fatigue showed. They lacked their usual crispness in both movement and decision making. And well, if you're not on point and you're going to die by the 3-point range, you better be able to hit layups. And LA blocked 8 Warriors shots. It almost seems like these guys came out here and didn't care, and well, it was the worst team in the NBA, so maybe they just didn't care. And Spurs, the Warriors' biggest rivals that season, handed them their 7th loss. And the key factors in this game wasn't what you would expect. Both teams shot under 41% in a low-scoring affair. The Spurs held the Warriors to their lowest point total of the season, and LaMarcus Aldridge led all scorers with 26 points alongside 13 rebounds. His mid-range game proved difficult for the Warriors to defend. Home court advantage. The Spurs were virtually unbeatable at home that season. They were 39-0 at this point, undefeated. The AT&T crowd provided a hostile and warm environment for the rival Warriors. In Kawhi Leonard's two-way impact, Leonard scored 18 points and played stellar defense on Curry and Thompson. He helped hold the Splash Bros to a combined 3 of 15 from 3-point range, just slightly better than their worst performance in the history. And well, the bench disparity didn't help Curry and Klay Thompson's unfortunate 3-point shooting. San Antonio's bench outscored Golden State's 25-16 thanks to Boris Diaw's 14 points off the bench. And it was thanks to Shabazz Muhammad's career night. He dropped 35 points off the bench on 9 of 12 shooting, all while hitting 5 3-point attempts. Andrew Wiggins, who ends up getting a ring with his team, dropped 32 points, going 11 from 19. And the fourth quarter collapse from the Warriors, who were outscored 35-23. Minnesota shot 60% in the fourth quarter, while Golden State managed to barely pull in 40%. Karl Anthony Towns, who was a then rookie, scored a double-double with 20 points and 12 rebounds, putting up a pretty huge night against the best team in the league. And Towns' presence inside forced the Warriors into tough perimeter shots. But it was the transition defensive struggles that really killed this Warriors team. The Timberwolves scored 23 fast break points, taking advantage of Warriors' missed and turnovers. Free throw disparity. Minnesota attempted 30 free throws to Golden State's 19, and the Timberwolves only missed 2. The final loss of the season, the Boston Celtics. The Warriors' final loss of the regular season came at home against the Celtics, and it was thanks to Evan Turner, who dropped 21 points, including crucial baskets down the stretch. He also added 5 assists and played solid defense on star Klay Thompson. And again, they got out-rebounded by only 7 rebounds, but Jared Sullinger led the Celtics with 12 rebounds, including 5 on the offensive glass. And bench production smacked Golden State. The Celtics bench outscored the Warriors 46-13, and it was Isaiah Thomas who actually came off the bench to score 22, providing a spark for Boston. Warriors, again with the turnovers. This team is a team that turns the ball over and can miss lots of threes at times. Golden State committed 22 turnovers, leading to 27 Celtics points. Thankfully, they didn't capitalize as much as the previous team, but still, these guys are making new season highs for turnovers as the season progressed, and 8 of those was Draymond Green struggling against the Boston's aggressive defense. 3-point defense was on par tonight. The Celtics held the Warriors to just 8 of 28 from beyond the arc, and Avery Bradley and Marcus Smart were particularly effective in chasing Curry and Thompson off the 3-point line. In the clutch performance, Boston outscored Golden State 31-24 in the fourth quarter. So there you have it, a deep dive into the blemishes of an otherwise perfect season. So what can we learn from these? The Warriors often fell victim to poor shooting and high turnover games. And of course, injuries matter. The only reason they lost to Detroit is because Curry wasn't there. And individual brilliance can overcome. Several losses came against opponents having career nights, and some losses came at the end of long road trips or back-to-backs. Teams that effectively disrupted the Warriors' offensive flow had success. So how exactly do you consistently stop these guys? Despite the losses, the 2015-2016 Warriors remained one of the greatest teams in NBA history. Their 73 wins broke records and still holds the record today. If you can slow the game down, force a taller defender on Curry, and then allow your team to play up on him, you can stop the Warriors. They obviously turn over the ball a lot when you play tight aggressive defense, and sometimes they can go cold, as 3-point shooting teams will go cold. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. As always, stay tuned. Peace.